I've lived here for Oakville, right outside of Toronto. And I lived in Canada for 6 years back in the early 1990s, and that's where Lynn and Julie and I met. We worked for the same pharmaceutical company up there. That was more than 20 years ago. And I moved here for the last 17 years. I've been in this area. And we get together, Lynn, Julie, and I get together several times a year. We used to call them retreats when we got together. And inspired from self-help books, we created activities to do when we got together. So instead of just sitting around drinking wine and giggling, which we did a lot of, we also created these activities, 100 different activities, and we put them in 4 categories: mind, body, soul, and funny bone. And this book really combines friendship with personal growth. And we found over time that doing these activities, we were really changing our lives for the better. So I'm going to read, if I may, part of the introduction. And then I'll also read one of the activities to give you kind of an idea of what they're like. Conversations in song, bucket lists, index cards piled high with the things we love, and countless other activities, the best of which have become Drink Wine and Giggle. 3 women with academic backgrounds in finance and marketing, we met and became friends when we worked together at the same pharmaceutical company. As our friendship grew, so did our desire to get more out of life. We wanted to make our lives more closely resemble the things we love. All of the self-help books tell you to find your passion and follow your bliss, but often your talents come so naturally to you that they don't feel like talents at all. You need a friend to tell you that you are exceptional and that your talent is worth pursuing on a grander scale. And you need more than one approach to expand your concept of who you are and what is possible. And this is where Drink Wine and Giggle has helped us and can help you. The activities in Drink Wine and Giggle broadened our perspectives, taught us a lot about our true selves, as the self-knowledge gained from our experiences fermented, changed our lives in ways that we never expected. It's no coincidence that our lives expanded in tandem with the agendas of our girlfriend get-togethers. And through these activities we did together, we discovered a formula for personal growth that produced moments of meaning where random yearnings and aimless wanderings finally made sense. And we all know as women, when you hit upon those aha moments, like when you discover you'd rather be a pastry chef than an investment banker, you have to share them with your girlfriends. We're certainly not unique in our experience of friendship as a catalyst for life change. Women have always looked to other women for encouragement and guidance, and today the need to connect and make sense of it all is greater than ever. Whenever and wherever women get together with their girlfriends, even if it's just around the corner for an evening without their husbands and children, we're responding to an urge to converge that research backs up. Friendships help fight illness and depression, speed recovery, slow aging, and prolong life. When we planned our retreats, we didn't know about the research data on friendships. All we knew was that when we got together, our lives improved. I'm just going to go ahead and skip to one of the activities in the book so you can get a feel for it. Again, the book is broken out in 4 different sections: mind, body, soul, and funny bone. And each activity starts with a little box that gives you advanced preparation. It tells you what other activity it's best paired with, and how much time it would take roughly to complete the activity. And it also starts with a quote. And this quote is from the mind section, and it's called "Not in Vogue." And the opening quote is from Jerry Seinfeld. So this is not in vogue. The advanced preparation is to pick up a magazine that you're unfamiliar with. The time to complete is less than an hour, and it's best paired with number 7, unpopular mechanics. So the Jerry Seinfeld quote here that starts us off is, "There's very little advice in men's magazines because men don't think there's a lot they don't know." Women do. Women want to learn. Men think, "I know what I'm doing, just show me somebody naked." So this activity, not in vogue. What woman doesn't like to flip through a glossy magazine full of beautiful images and thought-provoking articles on the latest fashion and makeup trends? Well, forget it. The name of this activity is Not in Vogue, which means you'll head for the section of the magazine rack you have never visited before to pick up a magazine you've never opened before and probably will never open again. The magazine you choose may be one you never knew existed on a topic you know next to nothing about. Or it may be a magazine aimed at a demographic you clearly don't belong to, like men. Once you've selected your Not in Vogue magazine, pour through it as if Field and Stream describes your 2 favorite holiday destinations and choose an article to share with your girlfriends. And if you can't bear to stray too far from the women's section of the magazine display, share the Oprah magazine article too. With a glass of Chardonnay in one hand and the latest issue of Fly and Rod and Reel in the other, get ready for a lively conversation that will broaden your perspective and your tackle box. So at the end of each of these activities, we write our own giggles, what we got from doing the activity. So to start with, we have Julie's giggles. I chose Men's Journal because I wanted to know what men are reading when I'm reading the Oprah magazine. Not that they don't read Oprah too. In fact, I know they do, as my husband often relays health facts that I know he read from my Oprah magazine. Men's Journal wasn't that different from any of the women's magazines that I have read. There was a good-looking guy on the front, and there were articles on keeping yourself healthy through exercise. Mind you, the exercises were more focused on building huge muscles than losing weight. There were even recipes to make winter meals in a crock pot, with an ad for a diamond ring and articles on travel to tropical destinations. My conclusion was that maybe we're not so different after all. Maybe we're all from Jupiter. And Lynn's giggles. I chose Scientific American because I'm not scientific and I'm not an American. And the word sexual was on the cover. It was an excellent read from cover to cover, and I learned many more than 3 things, but my 3 favorite were, number 1, in the cover story, brilliantly titled Dawn of the Deed, I learned that pachyderms, an extinct species of fish, were the first fish creatures to copulate over 375 million years ago. Thank you, pachyderms. It's so much more fun than spawning. And number 2, I learned giraffes float, at least according to mathematical formulas, a computer model, and a digital giraffe. It would be unethical to test this hypothesis with a real giraffe. And number 3, television and radio signals have been leaking from our planet for decades, and I Love Lucy has already passed 10,000 stars. Heaven help the extraterrestrials when the signal for Honey Boo Boo arrives. And these are my giggles. I chose Men's Health strictly for more FaceTime with the good-looking guy on the cover. Scanning the table of contents, the article, What Every Woman Wants, caught my eye. Somehow I wasn't surprised to learn that the writers of this magazine believes every woman wants sex. Since the article focused only on women in their 20s, 30s, and 40s, I can only surmise that either the publisher doesn't believe that women after the age of 49 have sex, or they don't care what women want when you turn 50. The article went on to say that 1, women in their 20s want men to keep them happy. Vibrators make good gifts, and bringing her a towel after sex shows kindness. Can you believe it, really?
Print, huh?
It was in print. And number 2, women in their 30s are having, quote, a lot of sex, and they want more, unquote. And the third thing in this article, women in their 40s want attention and compliments and are more open to having sex on a first date. I believe the writers of this magazine must be under the impression that when women get together, they strip down into their panties and have pillow fights. Sex definitely sells magazines. So that was